Hey folks, it's Holden and back again. Um, I am again um, missing something to get us off to a less than perfect start. Missing the remote for my treadmill, which inconveniently is colored black, and you'd think that in this room that would stand out, but my desk is black, so it might be on my desk, and I just don't see it because it's the same heckin' color. Um, so like a lot of my clothes are about black too, so it's not always super clear where things are. Okay. Um, hmm, I don't know. That's weird and annoying. Yarg. It's frustrating because I need to do my little walk for my brain. But okay, whatever. We'll say we'll get to that another time. Try auto mode, which sometimes works. Ugh. Auto mode is not working today. Um, over here, over here. Okay. That was me. Where would I put it? Oh, auto mode is working. Okay. Switch to manual, and hopefully it stays. Fantastic. Okay. Provided that I just do not get off the treadmill until the very end, we should be good. I don't have the best history at that, but comes the breaks. So, today's goal is to look at DataFusion plus Comet. That is the new thing from largely, I think, the Apple folks. It's similar to what we've been looking at earlier. So yesterday we were looking at gluten, which is, really cool. And similarly, gluten uses arrow, but this takes a different approach. I'm still not like super sure how exactly DataFusion works, but we're going to start together today by trying to build the project and see if we can get it working, or at least get the test passing. So here's the DataFusion Comet page. What's it got? So we've got, yeah, this is its goal. Oh, this very exciting. Didn't. This is very exciting. Means that I might get an excuse to write some Rust code. Similar stuff here. Okay. 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4. Similar to gluten. Doesn't build with Spark 3.5 yet. That's fine. So, there's no like how to. So we got the README, code of conduct. Here we go. Developing. That's probably gonna be where we want to go. Okay. JDK 11 installation. Interesting. I'm hoping this works with 17 because that's. But let's see here. What have we got? JDK 11. Okay. Let's do a make. Okay, cool. First things first, cargo is not installed. So we need to install Rust. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're just going to hope this code is not evil. Oh, fantastic. I would love to install this locally. I'm glad that it doesn't need sudo. Really cool. Okay. So, we're going to run this. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to add this, okay, to my bash RC. Cool. Cargo, let's see. Cool, cargo exists. Fantastic. Okay, let's run make. Okay, while that's building all of these dependencies, let's go back, see what it says. Okay. Cool. So this is some benchmarks. Interestingly, I don't see like how to build the JVM code. There's this Maven W. I'm wondering if make also builds the Java code. Let's go take a look at that. Arrow, DataFusion, Comet, grep-i, Maven, makefile. Cool, looks like it does. Looks like it does. Though it looks like it always does a... Well, let's go take a look at the makefile, actually. You know what? It's been a heck of a long time since I've really... that's not true. I look at makefiles occasionally. I guess the most recent one was also for gluten. Arrow, DataFusion, Comet. Well, let's go take a look. Okay. So by default, it's probably going to do all. All is going to depend on core. Core is just going to essentially shell out to Rust. Similarly, JVM is just going to shim out to Maven. Interestingly, this is not what I would expect. I wouldn't expect a Maven W clean here, personally. I'd expect this to support incremental builds, but that's all right. Okay, so let's go take a look at... Interesting. I'm not an Apple Darwin user. This is not what I would expect. So this is probably... I mean, this makes sense. It's from the Apple folks. I can see it focusing on supporting Apple. I'm like feeling like this might not work out of the box for although I mean the default release, this might work. Okay, I'm fuzzy on how this is going to work out, just because there's a bunch of things, but that's okay. Let's do make test. Let's see if it works. First things first, do the existing tests work? Whoa. This is really cool. We're off to a much easier start than we had with gluten. Part of that is probably like the project is relatively newer, and so there's been like less accumulation of dependencies. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Let's go take a look at the code. And so we're gonna start with oh, interesting. Ah, okay. Understandably, it puts itself inside of that. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I do like the everything having clean inside of it. Eh, don't love it, but I sort of get it. Personally, I'd take it out. Um, but let's get the current thing running, and then, or let's get the current tests, see if they pass, and then we can see if they pass without a clean. Um, that might be something. Let's also go take a look. The open issues. Oh, interesting. That's a funky bug. Um, hmm. 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 Ah, this one. This one is fascinating. So this is the big challenge with projects like Gluten and I think even Blaze. And so that is the memory management. And so essentially Spark and is in the JVM, and obviously this code, I should say obviously, this code, it's in the JVM, but it's also largely in Rust. And so that's not great. We should fix that. Interesting. There's some bugs here that don't seem terribly intense. Let's take a look at what the pull requests are right now. Okay. This looks reasonable. Ooh, that's it's a pretty slow build. This is probably beyond the scope of like where I'm gonna be able to initially contribute. For one thing, I don't really use Mac OS. So let's skip that. This is interesting. Pull request already open though. This one is fascinating. I would love to subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I love this. I love this. I like this a lot. Hmm. Okay, cool. It looks like there is already work on this, so we're not going to bother, because essentially this is Apple is open sourcing a lot of this code, and so it's coming in piecemeal. Cool. I like this. I like solid example. Ooh, not great. What's this? Cast string to Boolean not compatible with Spark. Okay. Hmm. What? Hmm. Okay. So, gotcha. Gotcha. Where is Andy? Is Andy? Andy is Arrow PMC. Looks like works on GPU acceleration with Spark and NVIDIA. Fascinating. It'd be really interesting to see if the NVIDIA folks end up collaborating inside of Arrow DataFusion. Okay, similar issue here. And here. Interesting. Cool. Well, this one could be a fun first issue. I think realistically though, like making a PR might be beyond the scope of what we get to today. I think today is probably just going to be running the tests, maybe building the release artifact and trying it out with Spark 3.4. But that could be quite interesting. So I wonder. I wonder. Yep, I wonder. Ooh, okay, that's not going to be. Is it going to be in core? Yeah. Okay, core SRC. Interesting. Downcast builder. So yeah, okay, this is well, we got a bit of time while the tests run. Although I'm curious, is it running across all my cores? Yeah, okay. This is running across a lot of cores, so this is probably okay. Even if it's not using all my cores, this is pretty fine. Let's go take a look at how the casts are handled while we're here. Okay. Okay, so the cast here, so this would be probably something to string builder. And this would be append map element. Okay, let's go take a look up here. What's this function do? Oh god. Something tells me. Oof. Append fields of a row to. Yeah. Okay, let's go take a look at that append map element. Okay. Okay. Cast. Arrow compute. So this could be coming from arrow compute cast or downcast builder. So Boolean to Boolean, key type, value type. That's weird that we'd have a cast. That's, in fact, kind of sort of weird. Maybe I'm not understanding what the downcast builder does. Key builder, value builder. It's probably not from blah to blah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Downcast builder. Downcast underscore builder takes a builder type and a builder expression, and it goes into box any downcast builder type. Oof. Okay, this is funky. This will be an adventure. We're learning, but okay. So the tests are running. The tests are probably going to take a really long time based on what we've seen. So we're going to stop that, and we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to make the release artifact as described in the the developing documentation. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make release. I'm going to drink some water while we make the release. I gotta say, I am loving how easy this is to build. Hey, it looks like I need to learn Rust, though. Huh. Dude. Interesting. Cool. Dude. Cool. Cool. Oh, God. This is taking a hot second. That's okay. Yeah, here we're building the Comet itself. Given the complaints about the build being slow again, let's take a look and see. It's like using not a lot of cores. That's curious. I don't know how to parallelize Rust builds, but let's search for that. How do we parallelize Rust builds? Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. We have a config dot. Okay. No, there's no config.formal. Oh, wait, there might be inside of. Go look at the make file. And this goes inside of core. And then no config.formal present. Okay. So I think we could maybe speed up the build. by detecting the number of cores. So that's something we could conceivably do. Parallelize Rust build. Okay, makefile detect number of cores. Huh. Okay. What could we do? Well, yeah. Here we go. This has got a Rust flags thing here. Two. So, what would I do? I would do, I would do this. Underscore flags.sh. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. That would be my thought. This is also like a lot. I feel like I feel like this is not ideal. Okay, that built fine. Oh, and it installed Spark 3.4. That's great. How would we? Uh, Yeah. Okay. So, so this would only parallelize the front end. I'm curious. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna core. We're gonna go time. Okay. Let's go cargo clean. Is it? Is that what it is? Compute. Yeah. Cargo. Okay. Time cargo built. Um, um, yeah. I think we spend a fair amount of time in like effectively single-threaded mode because like I'm not seeing all that much CPU usage. Um, eh, but not that long. Cargo clean, cargo build minus z threads equals to how many? 30. Blurb. That's weird. Cargo parallel build. Doot. Yes, I would like. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. We'll stop cargo nightly. I'll stop toolchain install nightly. Ah, here we go. Do I need to be in nightly mode? Oh, Z threads. Does this make a wall clock difference? That is the question. Realistically, though, it looks like the Rust build is not the slow part. It's all of the tests. So doing this is probably not gonna be worth it. But interesting, quick exploration. The other thing I guess that we could do, which is similar to the work we've been doing with gluten, is adding Spark 3.5 support. Okay. Ooh. So that was, oh, and oh, actually, this already says how long it takes. So if we get rid of this, 50 seconds becomes... I mean, it's under a minute. It's probably not worth shaving, but let's see. But yeah, I guess the other one that I would be interested in doing is adding Spark 3.5 support. 3.4. Okay, grab 3.3. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so similarly different profiles for 3.3, 3.4, etc. Interesting. Okay, actually faster without parallelizing the front end. So we will not do that. Check out main. Cool. I think this is really cool. This looks pretty neat. Yeah. Oops. Test. Oh, no, we're gonna go make tests. Cool. I'm gonna run the tests incidentally. Just gonna offline, and maybe we'll come back to this. Probably not tomorrow, but I'm thinking next week we'll come back to this, and maybe we'll look at adding Spark 3.5 support to DataFusion Comet. Maybe not. We'll see. But it certainly looks really neat. I'm excited to play with it some more. I'm really loving how easy it is to get set up, especially compared to the amount of work with getting set up with some of the other optimizers. Now, time will tell if this ease of sort of, I guess, initial development experience remains. But fingers crossed. Cool. Thanks everyone for joining. Really appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of your week. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah. Have a lovely rest of your week, y'all.